Where were we? We were buying a block in Kilcoy and building a brand new house on it. We had so many big hopes and dreams for that block. Yeah, it was basically our dream block. We got ducks. It's getting humid though. I feel like it's going to rain again. Swear to God, I'm hearing something in there. Morning everyone. Today we're going to do a transition video. We're going to talk about how we got where we are now and how our trajectory was changed. We're going to talk about going to build on a 1 acre homestead to now living on a 5 acre homestead. Similar area, but not the exact same area. We're going to talk about that. It's going to be a pretty long-winded story, so there's a fair bit involved. Okay guys, so this is a vlog that I've been meaning to do for a fair old while now. I've always put it off because there's just so much involved. So none of these vlogs are scripted. That's sort of like a disclaimer that I feel like I've got to say. Normal vlogs aren't scripted, and even this one isn't actually scripted because you could probably tell from the and the ahhing and, you know, cut scenes and all the rest of it. Yes, it's edited, but like I've already pre-written some questions down that need to be answered in this video, so but I haven't written down the answers, I've just written down the questions. So in our last videos we were buying a block in Kilcoy. I haven't looked through our previous videos. I've been putting off making this video for ages because it's a little bit depressing to talk about it, but I kind of feel like to get on with all the cool next vlogs for them all to make sense, I sort of need to put this one out there. We were buying a block in Kilcoy, building a brand new house on it. It was a 1 acre, it was over 1 acre. Basically our dream block. It was right next to a creek, beautiful little spot in there. All the people around there seemed beautiful, but the coronavirus came. That was right at the beginning of the coronavirus, and that's when the world went crazy. A lot of people lost their jobs. I was one of those people. I lost my job. We actually ended up having to move back in with my parents just so I didn't go completely broke. It's crazy looking back at it. It seems like so long ago now though, right? I couldn't get employed again. For whatever reason, nobody was employing. You know, I applied for, every day I was applying for like 100 to 200 jobs per day because I don't like to be unemployed. I've always worked for my dollar and I'm not one to live off government funding and all the rest of it. You know, we'd used up all our savings on trying to get by while I was trying to find another job. I was applying for any job. All kinds of jobs. We went from buying a house to broke and living back with mum and dad in the space of not even 6 months. we were living with mum and dad for a little while, and we'd saved up a little bit more money again. Another thing, our wedding it got cancelled as well. They banned all weddings. Like, we were gobsmacked. We didn't know what the hell was going on. So it was a pretty rough time. We got through it. Obviously, we are where we are today, but it's on different circumstances. Once we got enough money saved up again, the wedding planner or wedding manager said, "Yep, you can now have a wedding, but only 30 people can come." So we had a wedding like within a couple of months. We got married, and at the same time of getting married, we were actually looking at new houses to rent. So we'd gotten married, and we'd just planned on going on a honeymoon. We hired a Winnebago thing, and just went for a trip down to northern New South Wales to see some friends down there. Just before we left, we seen a property in Delaney's Creek for rent. There's this tiny little house. It's a 90 square metre house, tiny, smallest house I've ever lived in, but it was on 5 acres. We were like, oh, we'll go check it out anyway, and you never know your luck. There was about 30 to 40 other people at that time coming to check out this house as well. At this point, I started up an old business of mine again, like as a sole trader, because I still couldn't find any work anywhere. So I started up my business as a sole trader. That's how we managed to save the money up again. We were on our honeymoon in northern New South Wales, and we got a call from the real estate halfway through our honeymoon. We're only going for not even 10 days, and halfway through it, we got a phone call saying, "Yep, you've got this property." So Megan and I, we discussed with each other, and we're like, well, we can go back and early and get to this property, or we can continue our honeymoon and visit a few more places and whatever. But we were so excited to get back here, knowing that we'd gotten this property, and we said, we can move in straight away. Sorry about that, sorting out a noisy rooster. So where was I? Yeah, we were so excited that that's when we left our honeymoon early to come back. We still had the Winnebago, and once we got back here, we couldn't even get in here with the keys, and for another 2 or 3 days. But we rocked up with the Winnebago and just parked it in the yard. We were just so stoked, so happy that we were actually even just living on 5 acres. 5 acres is bigger than our 1 acre. When we were just about to sign the contract saying, yep, the property's ours, the house is getting built, we got an email from some people that live in that same area who said that they were struggling to get sheep on their property, on their 1 acre property there, because there was no the council approval, and they were around, the council are out and about there all the time. And if we were to buy there, if we did go ahead and buy there, then we wouldn't have been able to have a cow, we wouldn't have been able to have sheep, we probably wouldn't have even been able to have a rooster. We would have been restricted to our gardens, which gardening is nice, but part and parcel of us doing what we're doing is I want to also be able to provide my family with the meat that we consume. So we wouldn't have been able to do that there, I don't believe. To find out after the fact, it was sort of like a blessing in disguise, I guess. That being said, where we are now is in a 90 square metre house. It's a tiny house for 5 people, but it's cozy. I love it. Megan loves it. The kids, they don't love it as much. In my opinion, they're getting to experience something that not every other kid gets to experience. Living on a farm, a small farm at the moment, there's not a lot of maintenance required. There's not a lot of livestock. We've only got chickens, and some guinea fowl and a dog. Where we plan on going with our livestock, I guess, is a couple of milking cows. All our fences, since we've got here, we've done so much to this property because we plan on staying here for quite a while, and we've actually even considered putting an offer forward for this house. I've got to rewind a bit there, because I've also got to say, since we've moved back into this house, the place that had let me go from my old position, I'd actually been in contact with, and they offered me a job back at the same place, only it's doing a lot more dido or FIFO work. So basically you're doing 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and that works perfectly for me here. I mean, you know, it isn't ideal having me gone for the 2 weeks, but the 2 weeks that I'm back, I can do a lot of work around the house, a lot of work around the yards. I can get a lot more done only working 6 months of the year. So rather than a couple of hours every day after work, and you're wrecked and you get no time for a break, and it sort of works out really well with this vlogging as well. So as I said, guys, there's a lot in this, there's a lot to update on. So I've gone through where we are, where we were. If anybody's got any other comments or questions, just leave us a comment in the section below, or send us an email, yeah, and we'll get back to you and try and answer the questions. But yeah, we're enjoying life at the moment on this 5-acre property. When we moved in here, we asked them if we could have livestock, and they said yes, you know, as long as they don't be jumping fences, and it's understandable. So we plan on getting some cows, as I said. We plan on getting some sheep. We've already had some family, they're interested in putting in for the sheep, that because we don't plan on keeping them. Obviously we're going to raise them up, process them, and put meat in our freezer. At this point we don't plan on breeding them or anything like that. It's just the chickens we're incubating, and hopefully getting into a point soon where we can actually be selling those and producing some money back into the farm. So when I say farm, it's a hobby farm. It's more of a homestead, because I kind of feel like we do more homesteading things rather than farming things. When I think of farming, I think of mass producing, and homesteading is, in my opinion, you're providing for your family in a more sustainable way, and building things yourself, only for yourself's benefit or your family's benefit, and you're growing vegetables for your family, and you're preserving foods for your family. Farming, I feel like, we're not at a farm level. Farming, in my opinion, is the next level up, where you start selling things, like you're selling livestock and you're selling produce and all that sort of stuff. So one of the next questions was what to expect from us, what to expect from our channel in the future, in our vlogs. I plan on vlogging as much as I can. With the kids, it is a little bit difficult filming with the kids, because not only is it difficult filming with the kids, because everyone's a little bit awkward, like me, only worse. You know, it's a little bit funny with YouTube and kids, and how you put your videos online if you've got kids in them, or if they're for kids. But they are here, they are about every now and again. You will see them running past me every now and again. What you can expect from our channel is, I plan on vlogging growing vegetables, sowing vegetables, planting fruit trees, preserving food and fruit, building odd bits and bobs around the farm, like the berry tunnel, extensions on the chicken coops, mobile chicken tractors, mobile chicken trailers, our electric fencing, irrigation setup, some nifty tools that I use around the place that make things a lot easier, how we use the water on our property, and there'll be random days where they're just you know, updates on the farm and what's going on in the farm, chores and what have you. The farm chores are pretty minimal at this stage. As I said, we've only got chickens and a dog, so it makes it pretty easy, and it doesn't take a lot of time. Later on down the track, we plan on having a lot of how-tos and blueprints on building things and everything like that. Like, we've processed chickens here already, but we haven't vlogged it, because I kind of feel like if I'm going to do that and vlog it, people are going to want to learn from that. If I don't feel confident that I'm knowledgeable enough to be able to teach somebody else, I don't want to half teach somebody how to do something, because at the end of the day you are taking something's life. The goals for the future we have, as I've already discussed, you know, getting some bigger livestock on the property, and re-signing this lease for as long as we can. We want to get, ideally we want to buy this place, but to buy it at the current market, they want ridiculous amounts of money for houses and blocks like this. So We're just going to keep on saving, we're just going to keep on trucking and trying to get along and save as much as we can to eventually even buy this house. I know it's only a tiny house and I'm not buying it for the house, I'm buying it for the land. Again, if you've got any questions about any of that sort of stuff, just leave them in the comments below and we'll try and get back to you. The last couple of things I wanted to talk about in this video were what we want to do is we want to meet new people. We want to hear about other people's journeys and we want to be a part of other people's journeys as well. And we want other people to be a part of our journey. Getting into this way of life, homesteading and small scale farming or whatever you want to call it, you know, it can be lonely at times. You know, we want to be there for other people if they're feeling lonely or if they're feeling isolated, or if they, you know, I want to create a somewhat of a community with, you know, we mutually benefit, all without, you know, transfer of money. Man, if we went back to the barter and trade system, I'd be a happy man. I want to make new friends out here. I want to get to know people. I'm usually a quiet kind of person and I don't really go out of my way to meet new people. I want to change that, and I hope that our channel can inspire other people to want to reach out as well. You know, even if it's a simple "G'day, how you going?" or "Hope you're well," or post a photo of your farm or your beautiful paradise that you've got. It doesn't have to be a farm or a homestead. It could be, I don't know, living on the beach somewhere, whatever it is. I want to create a community where people feel comfortable enough to share what they're doing and why they're doing it. I kind of feel like there's so much bad stuff going on in the world at the moment with the TV. Like, you know, every time you turn the TV on, it's something bad. Like, we don't even get phone reception, TV reception here, so that's beautiful for me. But you know, you still need to listen to the news every now and again. You have to excuse that rooster in the background. He sounds like he's broken, but he's just little and he hasn't got his full crow yet. So yeah, I feel like the TV needs something different. You know, I'm sick of hearing about all the bad stuff in the world, and I'm hoping to produce some footage to go out there and it won't be so depressing. And it'll be educational, hopefully. Hopefully people will learn from it or be inspired by it and want to do something like this at their house. Whether it be on a 400 square metre block or a 5 acre block, it doesn't really matter, you can do it anywhere. Small scale or big scale. So I hope that is somewhat, that's somewhat explained a little bit of where we were and where we are now. I'm sorry if it's all gotten too confusing and what have you, but I kind of feel like this was one of the videos that I needed to put out. It's not a entertaining video. It's more of an explanation video. But you know, hopefully it'll transition you into where we are now and what we're doing now in the next upcoming vlogs. I've got a couple up my sleeve now, so our vlogs will be released once a week, every week. I don't know what day yet because I need to find out what is the best day to post a video. But yeah, we're going to be sharing our videos on YouTube. We're going to advertise on Instagram. We're going to be on Facebook. And in the long run, I kind of really hope that, yeah, one, we can meet new people. Two, I'd really like to have workshops on this property. I'd like to have, you know, if people are interested in coming for a butchering day to learn about butchering chickens for the first time, or you know, if you want to come and learn how to process a live beast like a cow or a sheep, or you know, any of that sort of stuff, I'm hoping that we can one day be able to, I guess, provide that facility for people to come and learn and learn not only that, but you know, processing foods is another one. Preserving foods, should I say, rototilling gardens, harvest days, you know, all those sort of things. You know, if people want to be a part of them, you know, I want people to be a part of them if they want to be a part of it. So if they want to bring their kids to experience that, teach their kids that sort of stuff. You know, that's part of the reason why I'm doing this, is so we can not lose these arts. Subscribe to our channel, it helps us the most. Watch the videos, share the videos, and like the videos. We'll keep on posting, and yeah, keep on watching. See you in the next one.